Hi everybody, I'm Ingrid from Terra Wikipedia, and I thought I'd give you guys a quick tutorial on how you can make your own oracle cards without any drawing experience or any artistic skills whatsoever. I thought I'd show you just a few things here. If you do want to really go on an artistic journey and draw and everything, I do recommend you get a Wacom. So I use a Wacom with Sketchbook. I use Sketchbook on my Mac, and I have Sketchbook on my phone as well. Sketchbook is a free app on the phone, and I think it's $7.99 to have a subscription on the Mac. So that's what I use, and I do a lot of drawings on. I often start off drawing on the Wacom on the iMac. So basically, how Wacom works is like you draw here, and then it turns up on the screen using a drawing program. So there are many drawing programs you can use. I use the Sketchbook one. And then I move usually the picture, I save it, send it to my email, download it onto my phone, and I continue drawing on Sketchbook using this because it's a little bit more easier sometimes. And then I save it, obviously. Then I move the same image through several apps until I get the desired effect. So when I share a photo on my Facebook page, for example, a picture I made, that has been through been processed through several apps and often gone through a whole ordeal almost. So it's not just a drawing I did there and then. It's a digitalized image that's been manipulated in all different ways. Now, if you do not want to draw, but you still want to make your own oracle cards, or even if you want to do a bit of both, this tutorial is for you. So I want to show you an example of how you can make an oracle deck image just using apps. And the apps I'm going to be using, and I'm going to show you, basically what I've done is I have used my phone, but I used an app called, let's see if I find the app. So that basically records what I'm doing on the screen. If I can find it, I have so many apps on my phone. So that app, you don't need this app. This is just to explain how you guys get to see what I'm doing. In case also you want to record yourself drawing and make like a time-lapse movie, for example, you can use this app as well. Oh, here we go. It's called DU Recorder. This is an Android phone, so you'll have to find what it's called on the iPhone if you got that. But yeah, it's called DU Recorder. So that's the one I've used to record what I'm doing. So what you get to see in the video coming is basically just me recording my screen. And the apps that I'm using is the Mirrograph app. I use the Magic Photo Lab, and I use Ultimate Photo Mixer, and then Sketchbook as well. Sometimes I use an app called Smart Image Editor. I haven't used that this time, but it's also a pretty cool app if you want to resize an image or if you want to put a few different things on it. It is a cool app, but I don't always use it as much anymore. I used to use it a lot more. So let's get started. Okay guys, so here are some examples of the oracle cards that I've been making without drawing. I do draw as well, but for the rune deck I'm not going to do any drawings, and I'm going to show you how you can also make oracle cards with no drawing skills at all. And this rune card here is called Lagus, and I'm going to show you guys how I made it. I used a few apps on my phone, and that's it. And it's very quick and easy to make. And you can do the same. So this will be an oracle deck that I will use for my website, and if you want to sell your deck, or you can sell it on Etsy or through your website or through your social media, it's a great way to get your artwork out there, and as a reader as well, to get your products out there. So this is an app called Mirrograph. You don't need any drawing skills to use this app. All you do is put your finger on it and it will draw for you, and it has loads of different settings. And the settings you choose as you go, kind of, it's like trial and error type thing. So here I'm changing this, I'm pausing the video, and I basically just have video the screen so you guys get to see what I do. And here I'm just changing a few settings, and changes the look of it all together. And I do another change up. And then I draw on top of it. Well, I don't actually draw, I just put my finger on the screen and it's drawing it for me. Makes it look really impressive. And yeah, as you can see, it's a fantastic app called Mirrograph, and it's an Android app. I want to do some research and put in the description about what iPhone apps will be able to do the same things for you. So here I am just playing around basically with this app, and it's drawing some really cool symbols and images for me that I want to use for my oracle deck. And when I'm happy with it, I'll move the same picture onto some new apps, and I'll tell you what apps they are, because that will change. It will change everything. So now I'm using something called Magic Photo Lab, and I am using magic dust, and I put magic dust all over my picture. Then I'm using bokeh, and it's just putting more sort of shine on my image. Then it has lots of settings as well. It's a really, really cool thing, and I am saving that so you can see. And now I'm on Instagram, and the reason I use Instagram a lot is because it changes the colors for me. I like to change the colors, and as you can see, Amaziograph, it's really bright, and I changed all the settings on Insta. I use Insta so much now. I know what I like and what sort of look it can give me. And I usually, now I'm on structure, and it just makes it more detailed looking. I play around with cold and warm colors and put a bit more saturation in there, add a bit more contrast, things like that. And when I'm happy with it, I post it, and sometimes I just delete it. It's just so that it saves into my Instagram gallery for me to use and to keep using. So some of my photos are only up there very short, I delete, and I keep working on the picture using other apps. So now I'm just trying a few different filters until I find one that I'm really happy with. Let's see which one I ended up using. Every picture is different. And I think I ended up with Amaziograph, did I? Or did I use a different one? Hudson is good, it's really has a lot of blue in it. Yes, I was happy with Hudson by the looks of that. I'm just going to sharpen it a little bit. And then I think I am playing around a little bit more with the, because I want the blue, so I don't want too much warmth in there. And see what I ended up doing. Looks like I put a lot of warmth in there actually. And then I'm on PhotoMixer, and PhotoMixer is a fantastic app to use for mixing pictures. You can blend pictures with pictures. I do that a lot. I blend images together. You can even just blend a picture onto just one piece of the image that you like. But here I'm gonna use a background picture that will kind of become a nice frame. So as you can see, as I change the settings, it will blend into that picture. Then I make it a little bit bigger, and I get a nice warm frame. Sometimes that's all you need, is to use the PhotoMixer just to get a nice frame. And I want to try a few different ones until I get the one I'm happy with. And I just try and see if I want to blend it a little bit more. Yeah, this is a really cool app. I use this a lot. As you can see. It is just a fantastic app to use. And looks like I'm saving that. And sometimes you can go and you can enhance and things, but if you do, sometimes if you do too much, you know, sometimes you just have to, it's hard to know when to stop, you know, it's easy to go a bit overboard. With the apps as well, you want it to look kind of, I know if you're a perfectionist like me, you know, it's almost like, when do you stop? It's like, you just get so obsessed with the details of it all. But it looks like I'm happy with it there, and I'm saving it, and that's it then for that image there. And here is the final sort of outcome of that. And here are some of the other ones that I've made. This is obviously a drawing, and I blended things. Here's another piece of work that I blended with other stuff. Here is a drawing, but I use the other apps to get it shiny and sparkly. Same with this one, start as a drawing, and I put it through the apps that I just showed you, and it gets this sort of different effects. Get it very shiny, and you get the light going through and makes it a little bit magical looking. And that's what you can do. So you can do drawings as well, but I do recommend these apps as well because yeah, they're just fantastic. So these drawings are done, most of them are done on Sketchbook, and that's just my favorite drawing program. I use a Wacom as well. So this is the sun, this is just how I made the sun tarot card. I started with the Wacom, and I think I got to about, I don't know how far I got on the Wacom, but I ended up, from there I started using the apps. So I drew this, and then I used the apps I just showed you, and it turned into that. So that's really cool. And here is one that I used the Mirrograph on, and I blended the other picture that had, you know, that I drew on the sketchbook. I blended into there. So let's look at it again. So it's really like a cool effect. You can see the faces coming through. So I really recommend that you become creative and you make your own oracle cards. It's really fun to read with your own cards. You get to know them on a whole other level than reading with other people's cards. And as you can see here, I also put the finished product here on the Magic Photo Lab. So after I blended them together, I added a bit of sparkles. So Magic Photo Lab and Ultimate Photo Mixer with the Mirrograph. They are the 3 apps that I use with Instagram as well. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions about what apps I use, just, you know, write down in the comments, and I'll answer as best as I can. Bye!